reflexes is gravity. How does that work? Now, the easiest way for a body to engage in all directions is actually, first of all, in the womb. So you will see what they call Moro. It's actually, Moro is a combination with AT and R. It's not a true fencer pose, but what the body is doing is expanding in all directions in a neutral environment, but it's touching the edge of the uterus in the womb, and it's getting engaged, right? Like I'm touching this table. Well, the second touch your baby really is going to do, more purposeful, is when it touches gravity. So when it comes out of the womb, right? So all of those movements, palmar, plantar, and so forth, are actually, you're touching gravity and interacting. But you're not just touching this way, you're touching this way. So if I had a GoPro on a whole baby's camera, you will see this almost like seaweed in water. That seaweed motion, right? That's a nice quality reflex, is when you get that seaweed motion. Not open, close, not these kind of things. You want to see that engagement of the hand, like seaweed, right? That engages your skin. Your skin regulates gravity. You ever wonder why when you cut yourself and it hurts? Well, that's why, because you're actually exposing that area to the body to gravity. Skin dulls that. Think of it this way. It's like sleeping on a bed of nails. It distributes the weight. That's what your skin does. When you have one nail, it's going to puncture, right? So again, babies aren't meant to have punctures at birth. This is where the deviations start coming into play. Did your baby get exposed to gravity properly? Well, the first way of exposing from the inside out the skin, just like blowing up a balloon, is your breath. So that's why it's very important to have a good first breath cycle. But at the same time, too, gravity comes from the outside in. This is why, too, to look at it, like, did your baby get poked a lot in the hospital? And I get it, you're thinking, well, it was just a little needle or IV or so forth, but, you know, the more pokes or surgeries that your baby has, you're interrupting what the skin setting up what gravity is. And like this, what I'm working on now with his vestibular, even though he's sitting here, I cannot let his skin regulate gravity in a place where it's like, oop, I'm just going to fall. Right? I want him to go into a lean, into a vestibular, not into a do not fall. Not into a I don't want to do that. I don't want to go into a I can't do that. I'm preventing you from doing that. Why? Because I'm going to fall. We protect the fall. Now, you and I don't think about gravity, nor do we think about falling, because we really don't do it that much. Yes. But if you do not have this set up with the skin, none of your reflexes are going to set up. That's why I've introduced the gravitational reflexes, the different stages of the child exploring in gravity, and then the reflexes come out and play. Right? Because they're working on those micro movements to go after it. But that's what we look at. But again, that tonus, and this is stuff I'm working on now with him, is also in the mouth works. When you want the tongue to work. Dumb in. Right? For speech articulation, for eating skills, and so forth. Guys, again, if that epidermis is not set up right, you can call it tongue-tied and that as well, where you have structure complications. But that's where you're also going to have those issues with tonus. No difference for someone that has complex chewing, eating, and speech problems. Getting into my age, I was just talking about it. Again, my whole workout is around skin tonus. I have very good tonus, therefore a very good balance, and I work around it. But people that start losing their speech, feeding, balance as they age, I can tell you right now, they don't have good skin tonus. So it's a really big principle in movement and an organization of movement that most people don't think of. But the skin's relationship to gravity is going to rule anything that your brain does.